Chivalry of a failed knight. You either forgot about this show or you remember this show vividly. Regardless of that, it deserves its respect. Seriously, I ain't saying it's the best thing out there, but it's a cool little watch. So we start off our main character here.
I'll get naked, and we'll call it even!
Iki Kurigane. He's an F rank blazer, which means that he's weak as fuck. He even has a nickname for his rank, which is the worst one. But he can still hold his shit down in battle, so it don't matter. He ends up being a roommate of a girl named Stella Vermilion, who's an A rank blazer. So she's basically strong as hell, and she's also a tsundere. So obviously, these two cannot be roommates at all. And they can't seem to make up rules for each other, so now it's time for them to battle this out. And whoever wins, gotta do what the other person gotta say. They get on the battlefield, and then they start preparing for this fight. Stella ends up making the first move, and Iki's able to avoid her attacks. Everything she's doing ain't doing nothing. He even ends up copying her sword technique and starts to overpower her a little. So by now, we know this guy ain't weak. And now it's time for these two to go at each other with their full power. But in the end, Iki ends up winning, getting his last attack on her. And then he ends up passing out after, since he used too much of his power. So now the loser gotta do whatever the winner says. But our main character got morals, so he just wants them to get along with each other. And now we got this annoying little creature here, who's Iki's younger sister. So we gonna act like she don't exist. She's just gonna be a background character to me. Later on, we got Iki preparing for an upcoming battle against this guy right here. I don't even remember his name, but he's able to turn invisible and attack you from anywhere. So this was a terrible matchup for Brody right here. That boy Iki was struggling. Dude lost all his confidence. You got the whole crowd laughing at you and shit, but you know his girl got his back.
You better show me your strength at all times, you dumbass!
And once he heard her say something, that boy finally locked in. You cannot be getting your ass whooped like this. So he gets up and punches himself in the face so he can knock some sense into himself. And now he gotta show out. He ends up predicting where all the invisible attacks are coming from. And he just completely overpowers this guy. And eventually winning this entire fight once and for all.
Guess I was 1 millimeter off. Gotta work on that.
Hey bruh, who is this nigga feeling like? I'm gonna give him a pass though, cause that was kinda hard. And the romance in this show is done well, which is something you would expect for shows like these. And it's better than some of the shit that people decide to invest their time into looking at. Yeah, this shit is ass. Don't know how it got 2 seasons, but it's been damn near a decade. There's no point of complaining about it. Iki and a girl named Ayase end up fighting in a festival tournament. And Ayase was a girl that stalked Iki like a weirdo. But she was just trying to learn more about her fighting style. So she was getting trained by Iki for a bit. Her father also gets his ass whooped by this one dude named Kurashiki. Bro walked in and just did whatever to this man. And before they end up fighting, she tried doing some slick shit by bringing Iki to the rooftop and then making herself fall down. That way he can use his Itoshura, which was the power he used in other fights you just seen. So at this point, she thinks she won this match. She gets a few hits in, but obviously she ain't gonna beat this nigga, cause he's the same guy who helped you with your fighting style and stance earlier. This girl can't use her brain sometimes. But she figures that out once she loses the match, even when she tried cheating. With a bot. Later on, Iki decides to help Ayase get her father's dojo back. So he pulls up on these guys right here, telling them what he needs to do.
I'd appreciate it if you could take me to see Kurashiki. What the fuck?
Then we got him pulling up on Kurashiki, wanting to challenge him. And usually these type of characters be ass, but Kurashiki low-key cold to me. He got this one sword that's kind of like a skull snake thingy. I don't know what it is, but the shit look tough. And overall, this might be my favorite fight out of the entire series, cause these two basically become rivals and respect each other in this fight. You got Iki smirking while he's fighting, so you already know that boy's having fun with this. You know it's gonna be good. And as the fight continues, we start to see these two have more fun than before. So they decide to use their full power for the last attacks they put up, but obviously, Iki wins. It helps Ayase get her father's dojo back. And there's also another character that's pretty cool too. Her name's Toka Todo, the strongest in the entire academy. In the festival battle, we got her fighting the Bro-Con weirdo. I said I wasn't gonna talk about her earlier, but fuck it. Her name's Shizuku. And we start this off with them pulling out their weapons and preparing themselves for this fight right here. The way everybody be pulling out their swords is beautiful. Though Shizuku had no chance against Toka. Even if it looked like she was going to win, Toka still had this one move that automatically gave her the win.
Raikiri.
So the final battle ends up being Toka against Iki, and before this, Iki and Stella get into some scandal or some shit. Due to dating, and I guess since she's a royal and he's like a nobody, yeah, that's why. So he gets tortured for a bit before his final battle, but he ends up getting there as fast as he possibly can. And he also got everybody on his side too, so the glaze is crazy. And each one of these guys pull out their weapons. Look at the beautiful ass animation. This animation is beautiful. And this really wasn't a fight, since both of them charged themselves up for one attack at full power. but the animation was peak. We got Iki using his Ito Shura, and Toka using her Raikiri. Then we get a few amazing scenes right here as they both charge at each other. This dude Iki starts bleeding everywhere after, but you gotta do what you gotta do to win sometimes. Which is what he does. And right after, we're given some more romance between our two main characters. Iki ends up proposing, and she accepts. And we get this special moment. And then boom, we don't get season 2. I remember watching this show back in middle school, and I'm still waiting for them to drop something at least. I also heard this got light novels too, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not reading all that. This show got done dirty. It had a protagonist that wasn't really annoying, and you can actually respect him for the things he does. He wasn't trying to be too cool, and he wasn't a bitch. Main characters like that are always fun to watch. And the romance in here was actually well developed and things were actually moving forward. So yeah, this show go hard. Underrated as hell. I'ma see y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all later.
Brand new AMGs on my mind now.